So the next question is 3 over x minus 1 times x squared. Unlike previous questions, this time the denominator has one of the quadratic factors. If it is a linear factor, then setup is really easy. But now we have a quadratic factor, so setup becomes a little bit different here. So as a result, I'm going to tell you, you can set up this a over x minus 1. So using this factor. Now using this factor, we are going to set up two different times, which is b over x plus c over x squared. Okay, now we are wondering why we have to put b over x even though we already put c over x squared, right? So I'm going to briefly explain the reason first and then moving on to this question. So this one we can rewrite a over x minus 1 plus, now it is quadratic, so 1 less than quadratic means linear, so you can rewrite bx plus c over x squared actually. But when you solve the problem, if the variable is located on both the numerator and denominator, then calculation also much more complicated. So we better break this fraction using breaking heart rule. Then this becomes a over x minus 1 plus bx over x squared plus c over x. Now you see we will cancel out one of these x, then the decomposition fraction setup become a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus, sorry, square, so c over x squared basically. Okay, so that's the reason. So now whatever you have, any quadratic setup here, we can follow this setting here. So we will cover maybe some other question to next video, but this time we just focus on solving this problem. Okay, so now this one case. So what is the LCD for this fraction? So LCD becomes x squared times x minus 1. So we multiply this LCD to each fraction, all this fraction here, then you will get this equal to 3 equals a times x squared plus b times x minus 1 plus c times x minus 1. The reason is when you multiply these two here, then they're all cancelled out. That's the reason. And now this case only x minus 1 cancelled out, and this case one of the x is cancelled out, and this one x squared cancelled out. So that's the reason. After you multiplying that, it come out 3 equals to ax squared plus bx x minus 1 plus c x minus 1. Okay, then let's find some cases. Each term becomes 0. So this term case, if x equals 0, they become 0. Now this term case, when x equal to 0 or x equal to 1, then this term becomes 0. Now the last term here, if x equal to 1, it will be 0. So all three terms, either 0 or 1, then we can actually find some value easily. So let x equal 0, then this become 3 equal to 0 times a plus 0 times b plus c times 0 minus 1. Therefore, 3 equals to negative c. Therefore, c become negative 3. So we found c here. Now, let x equal to 1 here. Then, this become 3 equals to a times 1 square plus 0 times b plus 0 times c. Therefore, 3 equal to a. So we found a and c now. Okay. Unfortunately, when we set up x equals 0 and x equals 1, this become both 0. So, using this method, we can find b value. Therefore, what I want to do, replace a and c value into this equation, and then we expand it. Okay, so that's how we find it now. Okay, so let's do it. Then this become 3 equals to 3x squared plus bx x minus 1 plus, so negative 3 x minus 1. Okay, so we can make 3 equals to 3x squared plus bx squared minus x minus 3x plus 3. So we keep on expanding and then we combine like term, then this become 3x squared plus bx squared minus bx minus 3x and plus 3. So we can rewrite that 3 equals to 3 plus bx squared and then minus b plus 3x and plus 3 here. Now, because on this side, there's no other variables. Therefore, we can just set up as 0 here. So, we can make 0x squared plus 0x plus 3 equal to 3 plus bx squared minus b plus 3x plus 3 here. Because both x and x squared and x term, they're 0, so you can just choose one, maybe this one. Set up 3 plus b equal to 0. Then you know that b become negative 3 as well. So we found all a, b, and c value. Then now we can complete this fraction. So I'm gonna just delete this part and then rewrite it. So a over x minus 1 and b over x plus b over c over x squared. You can rewrite this. A was 3, so 3 over x minus 1 minus 3 over x minus 3 over x squared. There will be the composition fraction for this composite function.